Hello Gemini, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And please keep in mind that for this reading and the way I read, I don't channel any other spirit guides. So there is no spirit, positive or negative. This is just my higher intuitive self. And only at the end of this reading, I do call upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. Things have become very awkward. Very awkward. Some of you might be going through this right now. Some of you may be just in a situationship that never really left or was raised off the ground. That's what I'm trying to say. It never really progressed further. There is love here, though. It's not bad. Oh my goodness. Okay. No wonder this person's very overwhelmed with the love that they have for you, because this is a spiritual connection. That is my spiritual card. Mystery. This talks about how in this connection you are already either soulmates, twin flames, karmic partners, maybe even more. First card's the strongest here. We have embracing the shadow. Followed by illusion. Then we have mothering, abundance, a crisis, love, laughter, creativity. And then under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have mystery. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Gemini, I understand things have become very intense between us. And as time has gone by, the dynamic of this connection has changed. Here, who has the power has changed. You saw me at a time when I was not at my best. And you have seen that side of me that has been very impulsive, compulsive, even aggressive. There was a dark side to me. And I hid that a lot from you. But what I realize now is that I don't want to hide things anymore. This is a part of who I am, the dark side of me. And what I want to do is just make sure that you are able to accept me for who I am. Everything that I've done, everything that I say, I just wish you could accept me the way I am. I do feel that in this connection now there is a whole lot of awkwardness. Things feel awkward. I feel awkward. The environment now has become very uncomfortable. And this is because of the behavioral changes that you witnessed. But I hide this knowledge from you. I hide behind a false veil, behind a false mask, not showing you my true feelings, my true intentions. The truth is there, but I keep it hidden deep down. I do feel that in this connection, I have sensed that you have always given me unconditional love. Love that is always true, always pure, that has always been there for me. I feel that in this connection, you are this one person who can always shelter me, protect me, care for me, love me. You've always been that one person that I can depend on. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, you always accept me back with open arms. And I do feel that in this connection, I've realized you and I would and we could make a big power couple. You have this wisdom that I can gain from you. You have potential. You and I could work together towards a better future. But sometimes materialistic issues, they occur. And sometimes money has been a problem. I right now am extremely overwhelmed. My mind is a mess. There's so many things going on in my mind, it's like a crisis moment. There's a lot of anxiety, frustration, impatience. There's mental anguish. And I can't think straight anymore because I'm extremely overwhelmed. This feeling of me being overwhelmed needs to be sorted out first, before I even start to think that something between you and I could progress. I need to make sure. There's certain things in this life about me that you just don't know. And I know that I have not been as honest and open with you as I should have. One of the reasons why I keep my distance from you, Gemini, is because there's something about you that makes me feel too much of everything. It's like my senses are on overdrive. And now I feel that this feeling of being overwhelmed, it stems from the fact that I do love you. I didn't realize that I loved you, but now I realize that I do. This love is pure. It is so sacred. It's clean, it's true. I didn't know that this is how I felt before. But you are the one that showers me with these types of feelings and gifts. And I want to accept that. Because now I also see that you have love for me. And I also know that I do love you. Am I in love with you? I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I am. I do consider you like my best friend. I can confide in you and not fear that you're going to judge me. You know what makes me tick. You know what makes my heart happy. I want to create something with you. Something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. Something that'll be new and pure and clean. And overall, I have seen and realized in this connection that at the end of the day, asking the heavens, why is it that you are in my life now? Why not before? Why not after? Why not years ago? Why not far into the future? Why is it that you are in my life right now? I do feel that in this connection, there is this realization that this bond that we have is spiritual in nature, and it is something that goes far beyond this lifetime. It stretches into the vastness of space and time, where at some point in time our levels of consciousness may have been together. In a past life, maybe. I feel so comfortable with you, as if I've known you from before, as if we just started from where we left off. It's the strangest feeling because I don't feel like this with anybody else. And because of this intensity, I feel like I have to take a step back. I have had an awakening. I've had a spiritual awakening. You are the one that has changed me. You've changed my life. And for now, I would like to be open, but I am unable to. Because right now there's still a whole lot of awkwardness and feelings of being uncomfortable. Those feelings need to be sorted out first in order for us to proceed further. All right. Gemini. Wow. Really different this time around. The feelings that this person has towards you are very unique. They are based on not just the three-dimensional feelings and the interaction that they've had on a materialistic level. This person has a spiritual connection with you too now. And for many of you, I'm sensing that cross-watchers, this is, yes, your feelings and emotions, but Gemini, this is also your feelings too. And I've seen this usually when we have the mystery card. There's a lot of mirroring, a lot of understanding between the two people that are together. You can be basically mirroring the other person or picking up on the other person's energy. Because you're thinking about them so much, that energy starts to revolve around you. You start attracting that, not negative, but that energy itself. Okay. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. I mean, this is some of the reasons why things started to go downhill in the first place. Why this connection just didn't work out. Or why things started to fade away in terms of love and happiness. Okay. Let's have a look. We have here the Princess of Arrows, and then we have the Ace of Arrows. At some point in time, in the beginning in this connection, things were pretty okay. There was this realization that there was messages. Somebody here was very helpful. They were very knowledgeable about relationships, and so they shared their information. They shared their understanding, and they were able to influence and use their tactics, I guess. I don't want to say manipulative tactics, but it was through the power of words. That's what they're talking about here. What happened, however, was there was a problem. At some point in time, then, there was a lack of influence and a lack of understanding. Not trying to make sense of the situation. Messages were starting to become very broken. Here, there was a situation where there was somebody waiting for news, and they were not understanding as much as they would have liked to about the connection and about the situation. So instead, they ended up living in ignorance and confusion. So that is something very different. This person, Gemini, in their heart, one of the reasons why it didn't work out between the both of you was because in their heart they started to feel very confused. And they also started to have a lot of feelings of ignorance. So that's a problem. That's not a team player. Here we also have Ace of Arrows. Interesting. We just talked about the word understanding, having a lack of understanding. And this is exactly what it says here too. Wisdom, understanding, and intelligence. So there was wisdom at some point, and there was understanding at some point, and there was even intelligence regarding, you know, what this connection is, where we headed. But then all of that faded. This person started to have, there was a need for self-thought. They were lacking clarity and good judgment. They were lacking truth. There was incisive powers of the heart. They couldn't make a decision. They couldn't make up their mind about certain things because they couldn't understand certain things, because they had a lack of wisdom when it came to relationships. Here there was a need for self-recrimination and the rejection of personal power, and to blame others about certain things. Confusion. Oh, wow. Okay, we got the word again. Confusion. So you had this earlier with the Princess of Arrows, confusion. And now you have it here with the Ace of Arrows, confusion. So why was this person confused, Gemini? Ask yourself that. I'm curious to know, why are they confused? Confusion usually occurs when you only have part of the story. You don't know the full story. You know bits and pieces of it, but it just doesn't make sense. It's almost as if they were trying to figure you out, and they couldn't. They knew you maybe like 78%, but the rest, they just felt like they have no clue who you are and who they're dealing with. When somebody is not sure about another individual, then they're not confident in the connection, are they? If they're not confident, then there can't be a connection that's genuine. It may last artificially for a while, but then when push comes to shove and when something actually needs to happen, this is what has happened now. There's a lack of messages, there's a lack of understanding, there's ignorance, there's confusion. You may have behaved, and be honest, some of you, not all of you. 18. Number 18 is showing up. Okay. 18% of you may have actually behaved in a way that seemed confusing for this other person. Now, whether you wanted to just ignore them and focus on your studies, focus on your work, focus on moving out to another place, focus on health issues, career issues, something here happened, and there was a lack of clarity that was received on the other side from this person. They saw you as somebody who is now basically leaving them. And because of this, they couldn't tell, you know, does my Gemini want to actually be with me or not? What do they want? This is why it became confusing. Because your actions may say something else, but your words are saying something completely different. Some of you may be affected by that type of a scenario. All right, let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot deck. Oh, interesting. Two of Cups. Very nice. Beautiful card. So this is any intentions, any actions, any plans that this person has towards you. I don't read reversals. The one I just read before, the 1 and a 2 card, those two, those I read as reversals. So we've already gone through that. Okay. Sorry, my deck is not working for me. This is all over the place. 1 second. What's going on here? Very strange. All right. So you have the Two of Cups, you have the Hierophant, and then you have here the Ten of Swords. You also have a sneaky card here, Seven of Swords. Interesting. Some of you might just be, unfortunately, or fortunately, in a third-party situation. Now remember, third party, as many of you know, doesn't necessarily mean an affair. I've seen third party as an interference from an organization, like if you're in the military. And if somebody's living on, the East Coast and they want to move to the West Coast because their loved one is there, but they can't because they are with an organization that just doesn't allow that, right? So that's also a third party. It could be career-related issues. It could be health-related issues. Maybe you're taking care of a loved one and you can't dedicate that time to somebody special. So there's a lot of things that sometimes hold us back. The one thing I am seeing here, though, it most likely could be another person in the mix. Why do I see that here? Because of the Hierophant. Talks about tradition, wanting to do things the right way. Here we have the Two of Cups, wanting to be together, reconciliation, let's have a reunion. Wanting to have this sense of forgiveness, forgiving each other for whatever has happened, and becoming one, soulmates. It's a beautiful card. We have here also with the Hierophant. At some point in time, this person's going to think long and hard. They're going to think, look, do I really want to commit to this person? Yes, I do. Do I want things to be traditional? Kind of. Do I want the world to respect my Gemini? Yeah. Here it's a matter of respect and maybe even social status. For some of you, it might be a beliefs-related thing. We also have here the Ten of Swords. This person, Gemini, may have left you for some time and they're going to be coming back into your life. Now, when they left you, they thought that the grass would be greener on the other side. Turns out it was not. It was never. We have here also the Ten of Swords. Sorry, with the Ten of Swords. I'm just going to talk a bit more about that again. This person feels as if they've had enough. Enough is enough. They feel that the world has betrayed them, that somebody has backstabbed them. They felt that they knew certain things, but it turns out their impression and their ideas were completely wrong. This is one of the problems also with this card. So this person's not really coming from a happy place. Like, they're coming from a place of defeat. That's where they're coming from. So remember, when they do come back into your life, their mindset will be quite different from yours. You are probably going to see things in a more positive light, but they may just be very pessimistic, just to let you know. We also have here the Seven of Swords. This does talk about knowing that in this connection there's certain things that have happened that just cannot be revealed. There are certain things that may need to remain secret. This could even be a professor with a student. It could be simple stuff, just not wanting to go out for that coffee with the beautiful student. But, life happens, right? Certain things are happening here where secrecy is one of the main key things. And unfortunately, when we meet our twin flame, soulmate, or karmic partner, sometimes we are already with somebody. That does happen. It's extremely common, I've seen. Now, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme is the Knight of Pentacles. It does appear that this person is coming back into your life. Slow and steady wins the race. They're coming back into your life slow and steady. They're not wanting to rush. They're not going to rush. But just the fact that they want to come back into your life, somehow, they are coming back with a promise. They want to promise you something. They want to be there for you. They want to be there with you. So this is a really big card to have, I feel, because some people say, oh, this is a slow-ass night. Well, you know what? Slow and steady wins the race. Yes, it does. Because this person has been there, done that. They thought long and hard about this. This is not somebody who's just going to change overnight now. Because when you have the Fool card, or you have the Magician card, or you have any other like Page of Wands, it's quick, fast-paced, not really thinking, but just doing. You know, doing first and thinking later, right? You have here the Knight of Pentacles and you have the Hierophant. This person truly is thinking long and hard about this entire situation. Whatever the results will be, they'll be quite positive. Although you might need to be in an uncomfortable position with this person where maybe your people are not supposed to find out, your society, your family. But there's something here that's a little bit shady, a little bit on the dark side. Some of you may feel comfortable, some of you might not. That is completely up to you, what you want to do when this person returns back into your life. So yeah, I do see them taking action for sure. Okay, let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this connection. All right, let's have a look. Oh, we have a very nice card. Yes, with a apostrophe. No, yeah, exclamation mark, not apostrophe. With an exclamation mark. Yes. Then we have here within the next few weeks. So you do have a timeline. Now keep in mind, Gemini, next few weeks could also be next few months. Then we also have here helpful people. So there will be people in your life, maybe some people that you didn't know, that are going to be extremely helpful. They will help you in certain ways that you never expected. And the only way you can do that is if you yourself reach out to somebody. This is either physically, online, this could be offline, could be anything. As long as it's a person. I mean, you can talk to your pets too, but your pets won't really reply to you. They'll just take in all that love that you give to them, and they'll just give their love in return. Okay. Let's have a look here. This is pretty jam-packed. There's a lot of messages here. All right, so as I went through this, yes, within the next few weeks, there's going to be some helpful people that are going to be in your life. These people could be your friends, your family members. It could be anybody that you've spoken to or you want to speak to. And like I've mentioned before, helpful people can also be people that have written books, people that have a blog, people that have a YouTube channel regarding relationships and problems, red flags, things like that. So helpful people can be a variety of sources, okay? So it doesn't just mean you have to go and talk to somebody physically. But in this relationship, Gemini, the angels, archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel are saying that it is important for you to not keep this to yourself anymore. To try to share whatever it is that you feel, that you're experiencing, that you're going on with. We do have another card here, and sometimes this is a completely different type of meaning. There's something better. There's two things with this card. There's either something better than the situation that you're in and you think it's okay, but there's something better than the situation. And the other thing is there's something and someone better than the person itself, meaning you might actually find somebody new. Either way, between the both of you, there is going to be a compromise. That's the only way, especially with the Hierophant card, if it's related to beliefs and social status or societal norms and conforming to society. There has to be a compromise here. So some of you may need to let go of a little bit. The other person, they also let go. You accommodate them, they accommodate you. You both meet in the middle like a team. And then you can move forward and not really focusing on the things that were pushing you apart, but focusing on the things that are bringing you together. Here we also have reconsider. Now you're going to get some information from some people. And even if there's something better, the compromise that some of you might make, I'm getting the number 7, a very small portion of you, 7% of you, you might actually bend over backwards and just accommodate this person. They might not even change, but you are the one who's changing. They are telling you to reconsider this. For those of you that are going to compromise yourselves like that, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not you. That's not the real you. That's why they're saying that there's something better than that type of a compromise, and reconsider what it is that you're going to be saying and doing, because you're going to have to keep your eyes open. Have a look for a sign. This is not signs and synchronicities. This is literally reconsider what it is that you're going to say and do, because there's something better, because you're going to have to look for red flags. Maybe one day I'll make a video on red flags. I'll try to do that for you guys on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. Now, sometimes we don't see these things, right? We're so blindly in love, we don't notice anything like that. But you need to see if there's a pattern of behavior here. If there's a pattern and it keeps repeating, that pattern is not going to change unless you change. This is tough. There are going to be people involved here. There's going to be something better than where you are right now. Even if you compromise, you're going to have to reconsider what it is that you were going to say and do. And of course, looking for a sign, always being on the lookout. You know, and looking for a sign also can be, you know, did somebody approach you? Did somebody want to take you out for coffee or something? That also indicates that there's something better. That also means that there's something better than the person that you're dealing with. So this, like I said, these messages are jam-packed. Please take it as it resonates, because overall it's a warning, but it's also a prosperous kind of new life ahead. Like, I do see that it's prosperous, but there's also a warning in between to be careful, beware. We also have here abundance. Whatever happens in this connection, eventually there is going to be a lot of abundance, a lot of goodness, prosperity, and this is something that will be showered upon you from many, many places. It'll be good. It's really good. Gemini, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Please do have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio. Please do like, share, and subscribe to that channel as well. I am going to be posting some new material there. Hopefully it will be helpful for some of you, men and women. I'm also going to be creating something for men, because I have so many men that are emailing me and they do have problems. All of us have problems, right? Many of my clients are men as well. So I have written and I have made a lot of videos for females. So this time I'm also going to be adding in a few videos to help men and the relationship that they have with women. So just keep an eye out for that. And for some of you who are same sex, for example, a woman that likes a woman, that's also applicable for you as well. That'll also help you as well. All right. Currently, I am still taking orders for love readings, so do have a look online at my website. Currently, I am doing the written report, so that is very helpful. Please read through all of the details to see if that is what it is that you want. I have all of the details written on my website. That way you can, you know, not fear that, you know, what am I going to get? Like, I've actually written everything out step by step, what you will be receiving within that particular reading. That will give you a better understanding of what to do afterwards once you get that information. It's more of a self-assessment type of reading that I've created, because I also want you to be empowered to make your own decisions. To make your own decisions, because you carve out that path. You do that. You have multiple realities that you can get into. You don't have to be in that one particular state of mind, because that's not the right way to do it. You have to make and take those steps forward. And hopefully, when some of you, and if some of you want to do, want to get that kind of reading, it'll give you information so that you can move forward as well. That's why I created those ones. All right then. Gemini, you take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again. Bye now.